Good afternoon. We are out here looking out over beautiful Pamlico Sound. We are down on a dead-end road, so only if you rent one of these houses can you really enjoy this view. We got
Hello, everybody.
Philip here, and today, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about this tree. And you get a close-up view of it here. They have all these little spikes, little really sharp spikes on the tree.
They look kind of like big spikes to me.
Well, they're sharp, that's for sure. They're on the trunk, they're on all the branches by the leaves. Some of you may know this tree as a prickly ash. That's the way, one of the names I always knew it as, a prickly ash. But I just learned within the last couple of years that it's not an ash tree at all. It's part of it's a citrus tree. And the leaves have a lemony odor to them. But the other name, it's got two among other popular names. One is, let's look over here. Sometimes, I just learned this. I never called it this, but I heard that it's been called a Hercules club. And all of these protrusions here reminded people of the mythical figure Hercules' club that he would have used. And you can still see some of the points on these, but as the trunk grows bigger, the points don't get so sharp. They're blunter. But the other name, what I always knew this tree as, is the toothache tree. And it was known by Native Americans and early colonialists and up to today as a numbing agent if you had a toothache. So you could take your knife and cut some of the bark or even some of the leaves and the berries and chew them, and it would numb your gums or around your tooth. So it didn't last long enough probably to make a huge difference, but it gave some temporary relief from toothaches. And
people could chew it continually, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and when you were living on Ocracoke in the early 1900s, and there weren't dentists around.
And no easy access to dentists.
Then at least it gave you some relief, yeah.
Yep, so this is the toothache tree.
And as with everything you find in nature, double check before you just cut off a piece of bark.
This is safe to chew on, but make sure you know what you're doing before you put things in your mouth and chew on them.
And you don't find a lot of these trees on the island anymore. There are a few on Howard Street. We've found a few back here, a whole kind of cluster of them back here, and I've seen them a few other places around, but they're not very prevalent, which is probably because of all the spikes. If they were on people's properties, they probably got cut down, I'm guessing,
yeah.
Because they're sharp and painful. A kid doesn't want to climb a tree like this.
Not at all. There's the toothache tree.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.